Hey everyone, CV Tech here, back with another review. Actually, this is going to be a first look and first thoughts of the Alcatel One Touch Elevate. This is on Boost Mobile. Had this phone for a couple of days, and I'm going to give you the basics of the phone, take you around the phone, show you how the phone looks, give you the specs and all that good stuff. So let's go ahead and get started. This phone runs Android 5.1.1. This phone does have a 4.5-inch display at 480 by 854 resolution at 218 pixels per inch. This phone does have a 5 megapixel camera on the rear that can record in 720p. Also has a LED flash. Also has a front-facing camera up here up top. This 2 megapixel and also records in 720p. This phone runs a 1.1 gigahertz quad-core Snapdragon 210 processor with an Adreno 304 GPU with 1 gigabyte of RAM, 8 gigs of built-in storage, and around 4 gigs available to 4 gigs available to user, and it will support up to a 32 gigabyte micro SD card. It does have a 2000 milliamp hour battery with around 16 hours of talk time and around 7.9 days of standby time. This phone is LTE Cat 4 compatible, and it does have Bluetooth, either 4.0, 4.1. Really not sure about that. So yeah, pretty standard phone. As we look around the phone here, up top here, you'll see your ear speaker here, front facing camera. You do got a notification light up around here somewhere. On the bottom is your back, home, and recents button. On the bottom, you do have your microphone, micro USB charging port. The left side is your volume rocker. On top is your secondary microphone, headset jack here. On the right is your power button. On the back is your Alcatel One Touch branding, your speaker, and your camera, your flash, and your single rear speaker down here. Now we'll go ahead and pop the back of the phone off. And the battery is user replaceable, so that's always a good thing. Here is your micro SIM card slot and micro SD card slot, which does not have to be, which can be removed or put in with the battery in, so you know where I'm taking the battery out and all that stuff. So yeah, the phone feels very plasticky. It feels cheap. It don't feel very high end at all, but that's not really important to if you're looking for a budget device, is what this is. This phone costs $20 if you have Boost Mobile already and you are going in for an upgrade, or it's free if you're porting your number over from somebody other than a Sprint carrier like Virgin Mobile, Sprint, Boost Mobile, stuff like that. So yeah, $20 if you are with Boost Mobile already for an upgrade, and free if you port your number over. So you can't really beat that. The phone works very well. The 210 processor is pretty good, actually. It does not have many problems, many issues. The screen actually looks pretty decent. Of course, it does look a little washed out whenever you know, in the viewing angles and all that. But the phone works pretty well for a 210 processor. I did have the Alcatel One Touch Conquest that had the 410 processor, and that phone was just pure lag, and it wouldn't do anything right. But this one here seems to work much better, and it seems to function right, plays games really good. I got all these games downloaded that I will be doing more in the full review. This is just a first look at this phone. So yeah, like I said, Android 5.1.1, with a 5 megapixel camera and 2 megapixel in the front. I have tested it out. It's not too awful bad in good sunlight. Of course, inside is not the greatest, but like I said, this is a low-end budget device, and you're buying this phone here basically to get a phone that has good reception, that has good call quality, and it's just going to be a pretty good phone. I mean, so far, since I've been using it, I've not had any issues with it. It's worked smoothly. The only issue I've ran into is if you are a fast texter, you won't be with this phone here, because this phone it's got a slow keyboard and you will end up messing up more than anything. That's the only issue so far I have found with the phone. Other than that, it works good. It is a fingerprint magnet on the screen, and it is really glossy looking on the screen, but you know, like I said, it's a cheap phone. It's a budget phone, but it's a good phone. and it's a reliable phone if you want a phone that's cheap. So anyway, this was just very scattered, very brief, but this is just a first look and specs and all of the Alcatel One Touch Elevate for Boost Mobile. If you got any questions or comments about this phone, leave them in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, give me that thumbs up. I sure would appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate that as well. Y'all have a good one. Stay tuned for the next video.